there guys, it's Kim George here from YourChicGeek.com, and I want to welcome you guys to a brand spanking new video from me. I know that your girl has been out. It's been an insane week for me, and last week, oh my gosh, just too much going on. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. I hope that you guys are doing well. Before I dive off into the video, I do want to give a shout out to all of you, my amazing subbies, to let you know thank you so much. I have crossed the 8,000 subscriber mark. I cannot even believe that, guys. I really can't. Thank you guys for rocking with me, and just thank you so much for just supporting the channel. And I really do hope that you guys get a lot of value out of the content that you see from me. So again, I just want to say thank you so much for that. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite types of books to publish on Amazon KDP. These books can be very profitable. They are not easy books to do. However, you can make really good money from doing these books. And this is none other than an activity book. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with what an activity book is, it is essentially what I've heard someone say is a medium content type book where you have just all kinds of different activities in the book that someone can complete. Now, activities that you can include can include things like word search puzzles. It can be mazes. It can be coloring pages. It can be, you know, fill in the blank puzzles. I mean, there's a whole lot of different things that you can include in these books. Now, like I said, these books, you know, they take a lot of time to create, but they're worth it because it's harder for someone to go and try to copy what you've done in one of these books. It's a better type of book to create in the low content / no content space, if you will. So what we're going to do here really quickly is, before I get off into the list of tools that I use to create my activity books, I'm going to just go over to Amazon and just show you guys a couple of examples of books that are to me are very well created activity books, basically. Okay, so let's just go ahead and let's just take a look. So the first book that we're looking at, guys, is a camping activity book for kids. And what I did to get to this is I am using the Self-Publishing Titans Suggestion Expander. This is a Chrome extension. It is free. And what I did is I just basically, you know, installed this, and I went to Amazon.com and I just typed in activity books independently published, because we want to look at the books that are independently published, meaning that they are published by folks like ourselves, you know, just to kind of see what they're doing, how the books are looking, and things like that, just to kind of know what the competition is and what you're up against. So this is one of the books that came up, and I thought that, number one, this book looks really cute. The cover is well designed. You can see that they have niched down. They've done a camping activity book for kids. So not just any activity book, but a camping activity book for kids. I like the description here. I love that they have included everything that is in this book. I mean, they've really done a great job of writing this description. You can see the number of pages. So it's about 96 pages, which is a decent sized book. So let's go ahead and take a look at the interior to kind of see what all is in this. Now, first things first, I absolutely love this cover. I think this is a stunning cover. I think this is very creative. Whoever did this, kudos to you. You've done a really excellent job with creating this cover. It's very unique, hard to copy. So if anybody tries to do it, yeah, you're going to be reported. But I think that they've done a great job with this cover. It's very simple, but yet very unique. So if we go and drill down, you're going to come to some of the pages inside of the book. They have a hello and welcome pages rather, and then they have some activities that are included in the book. So we're going to keep going, and we're going to look at some of the activities that are in this book. So you can see that they have a hand-drawn maze. I think this is really cute. You know, can you make your way to the camp? That is super cute. They have a complete the drawing page here. They have a which forest animal comes next. So they want you the kids to try to draw it. So in this instance, it's going to be the little fish. So that is very clever. They have another hand-drawn maze, and they have some other activities here. So I think that they did a phenomenal job with this book. This is super cute. and I love it. I love it. So as you can see, let's see here, spot the differences. Wow, they really went out, all the way out. And so here's some of the other things that are included in this book. You can see connect the dots. You can see a maze here. You can see hand-drawn mazes, all kinds of stuff. So I really do love this book. And whoever did this, you guys have done a fantastic job. Okay, so let's keep going here because there was one other thing that I wanted you guys to see, which is the drum roll. A+ content. So I love this. You can see they are the activity bandits. So it looks like they do specialize in creating a lot of activity type books for kids and so on and so forth. So I absolutely love this. A+ content is very simple. As you can see, they just have a couple of images here. They have images of what's included in their activity books. And like I said, they're doing well. They're doing very well. So that is one example for kids. Now, if we come on over to this activity book, now this is not necessarily a mixture of an activity book, but I thought this was another great example to show you how simple an activity book can be. And this is just a word search book, but I wanted to show this because I think that they did a fantastic job with this book. As you can see, this is a bestseller, so kudos to them. The price is $11.99, so they're getting some really good royalties off of this book. They have 252 pages, so that's a really thick book. So it looks like they have over 200 word search puzzles for seniors and for adults. So let's just take a look to see what this looks like. I love the cover, very simple cover, but very unique. And they just have a lot of word search puzzles in here. Very neat, and that's pretty much it. So kudos to them. I wanted to do one more example. This one is a Dot Markers Sea Life activity book for toddlers. This is for ages 2 through 4 for preschoolers. And as you can see, they have here fine motor skills, shapes, numbers, alphabets, sea animals. I love this because they niche down even more. So they could have just done a regular Dot Markers book for kids ages 2 through 4, but you see what they did. They did a sea life inspired Dot Markers book. And I absolutely adore this cover. This is very cute. There's not a lot going on. It's very simple, but it is very eye-catching. So kudos to this creator. So we're going to look at some of the interior, and this is really, really cute here. They have crabs, they have the numbers, and they have basically the little shapes here. And this is perfect for toddlers and kids. So I think they did a really good job with this. And this is just another example really of, how simple it can be, but I do love that cover. So I'm going to see if they have any A+ content, and they don't, but they are selling very well. So this is really, really good. And again, this is independently published. So I really do like this. Okay. So those are just some examples of activity books, guys, that people have published that are independent publishers that are doing really well, that you can use for inspiration, not copying, but inspiration. So now we're going to get over into the list of tools that I use to create my activity books. All right. So coming in at number 1 is going to be the research tool, and this is by Self-Publishing Titans, called the Suggestion Expander. So with the Suggestion Expander, like I said, it is a free Chrome plugin or an extension that you can install. And what happens is that when you go into Amazon and you start searching for words, so I'll just do activity books, it's going to start popping up all kinds of suggestions that you can look more into for activity books that you can potentially create. All right, so coming in at number 2 is going to be Canva Pro for my cover and interior designs. Now, you guys know that I am a huge proponent of Canva Pro. I use this tool for almost everything, and it is a phenomenal resource. Another reason that I do love Canva Pro for doing activity books is because Canva actually has a lot of different activities that you can actually add to your books, but just switch them up to make them look completely different from the activities that are in Canva. So for example, I'm over on 8.5 by 11 for the size. And so if I wanted to add some kind of activity, let's just say like a word search, I can just come in here and I can just type in word search. And then what's going to happen is that you can see Canva is going to start populating different word searches, okay, that you can use. Now, what I would recommend doing is, I wouldn't use the specific word search puzzles that they have already in here. But what you can do is you can actually take the designs and use it as a template for creating your own word search puzzles and other activities, activity pages as well. And then they have a lot of other activities that you can, activity pages you can add. So what you would do is just come over and type in activities here, you can see that, look, there's a lot of different pages that are going to populate. So they have here another word search. Let's see what else they have. They have a zoo scramble, which I love word scramble puzzles. That's another type of puzzle you can do. They have tic-tac-toe. They have, let's see here, coloring page here. They have all kinds of stuff that you can add. But like I said, whenever or if ever you do decide to use any of the pages that they have in here, you do want to go in and you want to, switch things up. So for example, if I wanted to use this zoo scramble here, what I can do is I can just come in here and I can start changing up some of the fonts to make things look different. And then I can, just kind of add my own spin to things. And then you can change some of the animals and change some of this, add your own animals over here. And then you can, keep this the same, but just change up some things to really make it look as different as possible, because you can't just use their pages as is. So, but I love using Canva for this. And then I also use Canva to create my covers for my activity books as well. All right, so coming up next is going to be Book Bolt. All right, so in Book Bolt, but under the Create section, there is a Puzzle Whiz tool that you can have access to. Now, after you log into the Puzzle Whiz feature of Book Bolt, you're going to come into the actual tutorials, and then you're going to see all of the different types of puzzles that you can create with your Book Bolt account. So as you can see over here to the left, they have Sudoku, they have Nurikabi, crosswords, puzzles, word search puzzles. This is one of my favorites. Cryptograms, all kinds of stuff, mazes. So there's a lot that you can definitely do with this specific section of the program to create your activity books. So I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that. Okay, so coming in at tool number 4 is going to be the word scramble generator. And I'm going to put a link to this, but this is a phenomenal tool and it's free. And what you can use this for is to basically create the word scramble puzzles. And so what you do is whatever words it is that you want to scramble or, to add to an activity page, is you can basically just go in here and just type it in this box. So if you want to do apple, you just type that in and then you just hit scramble, and it's going to give you some different versions of the word scramble. So you can easily just copy this and just add it to your scramble puzzle. Okay, so coming in next at number 5 is going to be Creative Fabrica. Now you guys know that I'm a huge proponent of Creative Fabrica and I use it for everything. This is where I go to get specialty images and fonts specifically for my activity books that you won't find anywhere else. So coming in at number 6 is going to be colorpalettes.net. This is a tool that I use to brand my activity books. So for example, when you come over to colorpalettes.net, you're going to see that they have all of these different colors at the top. So these are like the main colors that are based on colors that you like. So if you like blue, if you like pink, these are colors that you can basically click on to look at the different color palettes based on that specific color. So if I click on blue, it's going to take me to all of the different color palettes that are in blue or that have blue in them. But I found this specific color palette to just show you how to use this tool if you're planning to create your covers over in Canva and brand your books there. So this is what you would do. So over in Canva, I have created this test activity book cover. This is from a book cover that I have pulled from Canva, guys. But this is what you would do. So if I, for example, wanted to use this specific color from colorpalettes.net in Canva, all you would do is just click on this color. It's going to copy the hexadecimal color code, and then I'm going to come back over to Canva, and then I'm going to go here. I'm going to click the plus. I'm going to right click, paste, and you see that it changed that background. It actually looks pretty cute. So it changed the background color to the color that I've copied from colorpalettes.net. So this is how easy it is to use this to brand your books instead of trying to figure out what colors pair together and what's going to work well for your covers. So that is how I use this tool to brand my book. Okay, so the next tool that I love to use is going to be called the Colorpick eyedropper. This thing is really powerful. It's just a little tool and it's a little extension that you install into your Google Chrome browser. And how this works is that basically it lets you select colors from books that you like to apply to your own books instead of trying to guess what color the book has on it. So using the camping book as an example, with the color picker tool, what you would do is basically just install it into Google Chrome. And then once you install it, you can just come over to Amazon, and any book that you really, really like, that you, that you really are inspired by the color, you can just basically select that color and then apply it to your books over in Canva, just like kind of what we did with the color palettes tool. And that is essentially how that tool works. All right, so coming in next is going to be Fiverr.com. I use Fiverr for a lot of stuff. And sometimes when I'm creating my activity books, it's already a lot because, you may have 10 different types of puzzles that you want to include at various points in your book. And so there's only one you, and so sometimes you are going to need that additional help. So what I found is that Fiverr has been very helpful when it comes to creating activity books, because I can easily go over to Fiverr and I can outsource some parts of the activity book to save myself some time. So for example, if I know I have 10 different puzzles or 20 different puzzles in a book, and maybe I need some, help with creating, let's just say, some kind of coloring pages, or, some kind of fill in the blank puzzles, or if I want a specific type of maze created, or whatever the case is, not mazes, but a specific type of different kind of puzzle created, like a master shadow or something like that, I will go over to Fiverr to find a freelancer that can do those pages for me. Okay, so coming in up at number 9 is going to be the DS Amazon Quick View tool. Now, I've mentioned this tool in previous videos, guys, but basically the DS Amazon Quick View tool is a tool that shows you how books are ranking and how they are selling. So if we go back to looking up, Amazon, not Amazon, but activity books for adults independently published. So when I type that in, typically you're not going to be able to see what the rankings are if you did not have this plugin installed. But you can see that I have it installed over here, and this is that's the suggestion expander. I think this is the quick view right here. Yes, this is it. So this is the DS Amazon Quick View plugin, and as you can see, these are the rankings for these books. So you can see this one is selling very well. This one is selling well. This is selling pretty good. All of these basically are selling pretty good. So with DS Amazon Quick View, it's going to give you and show you specifically, what the rankings are for the different books that people are publishing. All right, so coming in at number 10, and this is a tool that I recently invested in that I am going to do a video review on it, because this for me has been a game changer, and it is a game changer in my opinion. And this is called the Instant Maze Generator. So the Instant Maze Generator is a tool that you can use to create all kinds of mazes for your activity books. So you see that they've included some of the mazes here that you can do. There's a lot that you really can do with this tool. I have been completely blown away by this. Now, one of the things that I love the best, now I have the pro version. I did invest in this, and so I have the pro version of this tool. But the thing that I really like the best about this tool is that you can do mazes of any kind on here, guys. You have the rectangular mazes, you have the circular mazes, you have the hexagons, you have the octagons, you have the triangles. And then the biggest thing that I saw that it does differently from some of the other ones, you can actually create mazes with different images embedded in those mazes. Now, that was something that I had never seen before, and I said, wow, I am super excited about this, and I cannot wait to use this. So I was trying to show you guys an example of it, but this is something that I, again, think is a game changer, and I'm looking forward to using this to, I've already tested this, and I've already printed out the pages and things and used this in some books, but I want to create mazes, specifically just maze books around this tool. You can do the complexity of it. You can determine how thick you want it. There's just a lot of things that you can do. And I was trying to find where you can actually do the images. I don't see that on here, but you definitely can do that. So for example, if you wanted to create like a fish or an ocean, maze book, you can actually embed or take an image of a fish, and you can actually use that to create a maze that looks like a fish. And I just thought that was just really, really cool. So anyways, this is definitely tool number 10 that I am going to use, and I can't wait to use. I've already used it, but I'm definitely recommending that you guys check out, because it is really powerful, especially when it comes to making different mazes based books that you can sell as activity books on Amazon KDP. So that pretty much though wraps up the top 10 list of the different tools that I use, guys, to create my activity books. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, what are you using? What did you think about the list? Are there any tools on here that you're already using, or is there anything else that you're using to create activity books on Amazon KDP? Or if you're not creating activity books, are you going to start? So I'd love for you guys to comment below. Let me know what you think. Sharing is caring. Again, thank you so much, guys, for rocking with me. I hope you enjoy this video. So thanks again for stopping in and checking things out. You guys stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next video.